Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday to you and happy birthday to Kelly. Dozen cats. Much love, honey. Are you 29 again? Oh, I'm really happy to be here today with my friend Terri Suzuki. Thank you, Terri. We've just been
Yep,
talking backstage about
yep,
the interesting week we have both had.
yes.
And
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, of course. It's wonderful to have you. And Terry's going to be heading back to Japan. By the way, that super quake in Japan, is that anywhere near where your mother-in-law lives?
I guess not because I didn't
Okay,
even know about it. So I'm like,
okay.
oh,
It was a 7.1.
oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it was the
Well,
largest.
we
Yeah,
would have heard about it if it
I'm
was.
sure you would have. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But anyway, I don't wish that on you at all, ever, ever. But she goes back to work on her house over there, and so we're going to
Hmm.
miss her. So I want to see her as much as I can while she's home. So
Yeah.
yeah, so let's say hi to some folks. There's Janet's here, and Craig, and Jen Bowles. It's nice to see you, my dear. And Fiona Harold from London. Hello, Fiona. And of course, it's Kelly, Dozen Cats, and it's her birthday. Greg Dixon, Christine Fryer, and who else snuck in? CJ, Maureen D'Amico, Juanita. Hi, Juanita. Let's see who else is here. Coffee here. Yes, coffee. Absolutely coffee this morning. Teresa Hadarian, Arlene Forney, Laura Hammond Davis, Emmy J, and Dr. Ann. Hello, honey. It's 5 a.m. on Monday. Oh, my goodness. Well, have a good day. And there she is. There's Randy. And Randy was just visiting with me with her wonderful dog, Wonder Dog Gretchen. And I hope you're doing well, Randy. Okay, Kim, I see you want a message. Hi, Charlie C. Peace, Mama. Did I say Linda Kennedy? I think I did. And who else is here? Denise Fletcher from the Mitten State. All right. And MEJ and coffee sounds great. Okay, good. Get your coffee, Randy. Yeah. Yeah, so we were talking, well, between what happened earlier in the week and then with the Lionsgate. Oh, yeah, it's been kind of a crazy week, but good crazy. And
Yeah.
we were talking about vibrating higher, and Terry made a very astute observation. That's what happens when you're in joy, and we haven't been in joy for so, real true joy. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, we got on that because when Walls was announced, Tim Walls,
Uh-huh. Yes.
uh, Aley said she vibrated all day long. She was just like floating,
Yeah.
floating.
Yeah. I
And I was
was.
telling her about the last show I was at that I accidentally had my crown chakra too open. The first lady I was reading, I accidentally put into a trance. she, she was so gone. She could talk to me, but I guess she was not there.
Did she have like glazed eyes?
No, she had her head down. She just kept slumping. I thought I wondered if I was
Oh,
going to
she
have
was
to push her back
exhausted.
in the
Okay.
chair.
Okay.
And she was talking to me during the whole time, but
Yeah.
she was clearly gone, gone, gone. I had to wake her up at the end. I had to actually touch her and wake her up.
So I
Yeah.
wonder if she even like will remember what you read about.
She recorded it on her phone,
Okay.
and her partner or wife
Yep.
was taking copious notes. So
Okay, good.
I'm pretty
Yep.
sure she got it all.
So I guess if you could always, if you needed a day job, you could become a hypnotist. You could probably work at a dental office and make everybody really relax before they go in and get the drill. Oh my goodness. Wow. So, hi Diamond. Um, did Deborah? Yes, Craig. Yes, she did. I did hear from Deborah Lupine. Thank you. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I was on last night with Helen, Irish Granny. Always have a good time with her.
Oh,
And
she's
yeah, she's cool. She's so well read and she's so articulate. It's amazing. It's wonderful to have a conversation with her. But anyway, so hello, Karen Doyle. Okay, Diamond. All right. Well, Randy, I'm glad you got your coffee. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start the readings because I don't know if Kelly has a show today or not, but she was the first one. It's her birthday, and we want to make her birthday special. So hello,
Yeah.
Mary Beth Lee. And anybody that I missed wasn't intentional. Rossi, I think I said hi to you. So here we go. So today is your birthday. Is there any message from my mom, Sharon, or my dad, Gary? Okay.
Okay, well, I have Sharon here. And so she isn't showing me anything that I would say, oh my, that's Sharon. It's just I'm feeling her spirit. There's just, I know it's Sharon. She's coming to me like showing me layers of color, layers of depth. She has great depth here. Okay, and so right off the bat, she's saying, honey, I am so proud of you. I'm so, so proud of you that you have achieved the healing that you had wanted to. So what she is referring to is some of this past healing that you've done, where you've overcome so many things. Because she says, I so enjoy hanging out with your spirit, watching you do what you do. I am just absolutely amazed at the kind of progress and growth that you have done.
Mm.
She's saying, happy birthday, dear. She's saying that she feels like and when she was embodied, that she could never have overcome all the things that you've overcome. That she's telling me what a strong, strong spirit you are, what a strong spirit you have. And I'm just taking a second here because she's trying to show me something about your past lives. So hang on just a sec. Let me see what I can see. So I'm seeing that that the things you've been working on, she's showing me you've been working on for a couple lives that you, and she's showing me these in a very odd way. I don't think I've ever seen it this way, where that it's like there's a great big oak tree, and the big arm of the oak tree is going from at least 3 lives ago into this life. And that's just me the strength of the what you've been working on, the strength of your connection to spirit, and your this very indomitable spirit. So she is really acknowledging that how strong you are and how much she loves you, and that you've been working on this for a long, long time. And she's so proud to be part of you.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I agree with you 100% that she is absolutely, they both are actually absolutely thrilled at the healing work that Kelly has done, and that it's not easy.
Right.
It's not easy to do it. And yet she not only did it personally, but she stepped out and shared it with her
Right.
healing with other people, which is
Which is like
Really,
the leaves
yeah.
of that oak tree.
Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely. She's branched out, so to speak, from the tree of the oak leaves. That's
Yes,
beautiful.
yes.
Yeah, moms and dad are saying you're using your creativity in such a unique way. Who would have thought that my daughter would be doing that thing from her house and sharing her talent with
Right.
others? And so, yeah, I got that. And she said, you are a messenger. And they said, that is, it's incredible that the messages that you give to others are very optimistic and full of love. And also the messages that you give to others are of hope when they see what you have been through and you are still there. So I agree with you 100%. And mom says, you do so many acts of love just by being who you are, Kelly. And so, you don't have to do anything for them or for them to love you. Whatever you do is absolutely fine, but they are happy that you've found something that is bringing you joy, because life should be about joy, and we all need it. We all need that in our lives. And they said, you're a leader, you may not know it, but you stepped up to the plate, and there you are. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. And yeah, that's the epitome of what you do, Kelly. And we all love you dearly in this community. We value you. We appreciate you. And so we're sending you a happiest of birthdays, my friend. And keep going as long as it makes you happy. Keep doing what you do to be happy. So thank you so much. Thanks, Kel. Happy birthday. Yep. Give my
Yes,
love to
happy
your husband.
birthday.
Yep.
And
All
your
right.
kitties.
Yes, and the kitty cat and her doggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Kel. All right. So we've got a number of questions here. Only thing I'm going to ask everybody to please do is, if you've asked for a question, please stay to get the answer, because particularly if it's a medium question, because Terri can't, it's hard to read somebody if they're not here. So it would just be helpful for you to make sure you stick around, and we can read.
Yeah, I'd like to explain that a little bit. That
Okay.
mediums, especially on this, we use some of your energy. When you're here, we're interacting with it, using it, it's kind of holding me up,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it helps a lot to be here. Hey, do you want me to really quickly put everybody under the key just in case they want to ask a Akashic record question?
Yes, go right ahead. Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep. Hi, Linda. Yep. Hi, Sally.
Wow, okay. Maybe not. Right? I can't even find all the.
Oh, the
Okay.
paperwork.
So real quick, I'm going to. Wow, maybe I am not going to. Okay,
I
I
don't
guess.
know. I've closed the questions. Let me see if there's anybody that had it.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, but
Okay. Let's see. Messages. Medium. Messages. Yeah. So nope. No one's asking past
okay,
lives. So
good.
we're
Well,
okay.
we'll
We'll
just
just stick
wait.
with these. Yeah. And then we'll do a reading for the collective at the very end. So
Okay.
everybody can, yeah. Hi, Akila. All right. So Kim B, any messages would be appreciated. Certainly. Oops, there goes that. All right. Mm-hmm. It's nice to have you with the tribe, Randy. And hi, Sally.
So, Kim B, right away. So everybody probably already knows. I kind of see a little stage that things are on. It's not really a stage anymore. It's just I'm seeing it in my head. And immediately, in tapping into your spirit, I immediately saw this huge owl. And this owl, you know, Aley has those cards that kind of look like a opalescent, like a, that kind of lovely white light in those cards. Do you have any of those around? Those ones that are just very,
like this?
yes, very opalescent. So the color of this owl is just like that. It's not like a
Oh,
real
cool.
owl color. It's just absolutely opalescent. It's huge on the stage, huge owl. And so I'm taking a look at it, and then they show the owl start to fly to the right. So for me, when they go to the right, it means the future. So your owl is traveling towards the future. And what they told me this right, or they sent me this information right away, but then they backed it up with what they're doing. So the owl has superior vision. They can see little teeny things coming in. And I just keep getting this message that says something that was promised to you is now finally going to occur. That the owl is looking for it. The owl is looking for the thing that was promised to you. And I don't know what the thing was. I don't know if it's a spiritual thing or if it's something in life that's been promised to you that you've been waiting on, but it is coming. It's coming, and the owl is there to spot it for you. So, yeah, please be sensitive in your spirit to what might be coming up, because I have a feeling there's something really good coming up that you have wanted or have been promised. So there we go.
Oh, wow. All right. So I go to show you that card. I just pulled it off the deck. And what is it but the Lion's Gate? And it says to everybody to activate your cosmic gifts. And I want you to know that although it's several days after the Lion's Gate, we're still in the portal. The portal is here. And you are being called and asked, everybody, this is for everybody, asked to activate your gifts. And so that's another reason why I think I was just woo, out. And it took me a while. I had to let go of a lot of things, and I had to release a lot of things. But this is your perfect time to manifest. So don't forget that, everybody. Anyway, I'll get back to Kim now. Thank you. But I thought it was interesting that was there. All right, Kim. All right, I'm pulling 3 cards which come from the Higher Self deck, and I love it because the first thing they want you to know is that you are not alone. None of us are alone, but look at what is standing behind you. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. Plus, this whole community is behind you, Kim. So you're never alone. If you feel alone, it's your choice to feel alone. I mean, it's okay to be alone and not lonely. We don't want to be lonely, I think, but we don't mind being alone, because being alone, we can listen to that still voice within. The next card I get is expect the unexpected. Now that I love. In other words, miracles and joy surround us at all times. And while we're always taught, don't have any expectations, if we expect the unexpected, or we say, I'm going to be open to receiving from, even as Randy was saying, messages that happen that may not have been directed at me personally, but I got the message in a chat or whatever. But that way you see the signs and symbols that are around you all the time. That's when I saw my black and white dragonfly, which blew me away because I wasn't expecting it, but I am always expecting unexpected. These things will transform you and change you in ways, myriads of ways. It will open you up to understanding yourself better, the world better, and just what's in store for yourself. So, Kim, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Remain open and know that you are dearly loved and supported. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So, Paul, you're going to take a nap. Is that what I'm getting? So I'm going to read for you because you've never been here before. If I can find your question. No, I can't find your question. Hold on.
I saw that Wiki said she saw a black and white dragonfly a few days ago too.
Oh, I think I sent it your way. It made it all the way up to Everett. What do you know? It's amazing. Maybe you don't have a question, Paul. Did you have a question, Paul? For some reason, I thought you did. But Kim B says there's an owl connection on her maternal side. There you go. All right. Oh, it ends tomorrow, Kelly. Thank you. Lionsgate. All right. No, maybe I don't see it.
I'm kind of just, it ends one day before my birthday. So,
Well, happy birthday, Terri
well,
Suzuki.
thank you.
And you're going to be 29 again. My goodness.
Yeah.
All these people. Yeah. Oh, you're going to Disney World in the morning. All right, Paul. Then you definitely need to take a nap.
Get ready for that.
Okay, no question. Well, have a wonderful time. It's a magical place. My favorite is Epcot, but I like all the places you can go to in the Epcot. And but I Paul, it's okay to be a kid. So that's where you're going to have fun and be a kid. Imagine a flower opening up to the sun. If we're open to journey and not focused on the destination, we find many That's it, Cal. Yeah. And I see your mother going. Everybody's wishing you a happy birthday, Terri.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, Terri Renner. How are you, my dear?
Terri.
It's good to see you.
Terri, someday we got to get the other Terri and have the TNT show.
T cubed is what you need.
Yeah. T cubed. Yeah.
T cubed. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I want to make sure that I get anybody. I want to read what Randy said. She went for a couple of walks, tried to catch the meteor shower. The energies coming in tire me out. The pub too. I left when a blast of pot smoke and oh my goodness, I'd leave too. Get the gummies, people. Get the gummies. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I'm glad you had a great time at Shasta, honey. All right, let's see. All right, so we got Diamond. Any messages would be appreciated. All right. Okay.
Well, this is interesting. They're not done with the opalescent lights, and so what they're showing me is there's like a countertop, and on the countertop are all these tools, and the tools are opalescent in color. And I see you going down the counter, checking them out, picking them up. So what I'm getting from this is the time to try out some new spiritual tools. They're all open to all of us, but maybe try out a few things, because I think that during this summertime, especially during this August, that this is very, very available to you, and that you might find something that will really appeal to you, whether it's learning a new skill or even just learning how to quiet your mind and meditate. But they're just showing me that they're putting a lot of tools in your way so that you can grow in any way you want to spiritually. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So Diamond, I'm getting here that you're feeling the world and realizing how connected everything is, just how connected it is, and how important it is to understand that connection. Because we do have the world in our own world in our hands. And actually we are all building the world we want to see, or that's if you're in the timeline, it's all one time, but building what we want to see, moving towards that possibility. They're saying you have the oracle's gift. I don't know if you've been looking at cards or you've been doing a pendulum. I love this, or even reading tea leaves, which was something I It's kind of fun. Not many people do that. They also read coffee grinds, believe it or not. But you have the ability, Diamond, but you may not realize it, and it may not manifest itself until you're ready for you to turn to it. But they're saying,
Aley,
what's that,
can we pause on that card real quick? The card you just had up?
Yep.
For some reason, I got this really strong message that not only that maybe in the morning with your coffee or your tea, to just use it to scry into, just look into it and see what comes to you.
Very good. Yeah. And there are people that can do that with water too,
right?
Or crystal ball, of course. But yeah, try it, especially if it's tea. That if you put, because I think it would be harder with coffee, and it'd be more milky. But with tea, it's pretty. Yeah. That's great, Terri. Finally, it says,
interrupting.
That's all right. Finally, it says, remember how special you are. And I love this because it's like a diamond tiara. And that's your name. I mean, that's your avatar. You're the diamond. And so, you're the lotus within the diamond. And the lotus, once the lotus opens, you become enlightened. So there you go. Woohoo. Thanks, Diamond. All right. So we have Mary Beth Lee. Hi, Mary Beth. It's good to see you this morning. All right.
So, Mary Beth, so when I blend in with your energy, your angels and guides are kind of showing me your energy. It feels small. Your energy feels small a little bit. Like maybe you're feeling a little bit lonely or lost or not sure where you're at on this journey. And they're also showing me, though, that you're never alone. They're always with you, always. But then I see your angel blow on you, like just a little easy blow to help move your spirit forward a bit. So I believe that you may be experiencing maybe some hard times right now, or maybe in the near future, maybe a little bit of hard times, but they are putting a little spiritual wind at your back to help you through this. So please, please take advantage of that. Please know that there's help, and please know that they're always with you, and you can always ask for help. It does help to do that out loud with especially with angels. It's better to ask out loud. It can be just a little whisper, but definitely, please, if you're experiencing anything hard, get help. Also, the other thing they just reminded me is that this is for anybody. Anytime you're having a hard time, and like let's say you're trying to sell your house and you cannot sell it's just not coming there. Call in a real estate angel. Call in a specialized angel to help you do whatever it is.
And St. Joseph too.
Yeah. St. Joseph too for that. But anything, I mean, like let's say you're having a hard time with your schooling or anything, call in a specialized angel because they will help you. But you got to do it out loud. Yeah.
You do. Yeah. For some reason, they want you to do that. It's almost like they're going to tape it to make sure that you really said it.
I think they can hear us when we think it too.
Of course.
But what I think it is it commits us.
Powerful.
It helps us commit. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go,
so,
Mary.
I have help is on the way. And so there's your angels saying, hey, just let us know. Help is on the way. And I got, you are not alone again. And then Terri said it. And I'm getting this for everybody, actually. I mean, if it comes up more than once in a card, it's like a message for everybody. And we aren't alone. We are never alone. So, don't, and then let go. We hold on to something so tightly that we want, that we don't allow it to come in because we're holding too tightly on that very thing. So let go and let God, so to speak, and let your angels help you and your guides help you. And they said, you are a very strong person, Mary Beth, and you just need to realize it. But at the same time, it's okay to ask for help. There's nothing about asking for help that is weak in any way. So thank you so much. This is good information. Lori says Valerie posted an energy message last night. Her guides are telling us Lion Skates will last well into the month. So Terri, powerful birthday for you is on the agenda. And she did that just for you. Oh, that's funny. All right, Michelle. Can you tell if me and MT had a previous life together?
Okay. Okay. Let me take a look at that.
Huh?
Okay, so I am only seeing one life together, and whenever I look at past lives, I always ask, like, what do they bring forward? What is the most important thing that they bring forward into this life? What did they learn? And in this case, they're not showing me that completely. I think I'm supposed to describe this scene to you so that you can maybe learn from it what you are doing. So I see that in the past life, they're showing me that you are a man, and you loved this woman. And they're showing me the woman, and she's dressed in light blue. She's dressed in like a Regency dress that's more billowy than they usually are. It's very plain. She is a very quiet woman. She's beautiful. She has brown hair. She's really quite beautiful, but she's very shy. She's very quiet and shy, and you are very, very courtly to her. But problem that what I'm seeing here is, well, that you never marry her. You're friends forever. You're devoted to her. It's like once you, as a man, met her, she became like you were her knight. You were like not a, you were devoted to her the rest of her life. And even though you didn't get to marry her, you remained devoted to her.
Mm.
And so what I'm getting from this, now I hope you're getting something from this too. Whatever you get is probably completely true. Remember, you're 50% of this reading. But
Right.
what I'm getting is maybe don't hold back so much. Maybe go ahead and be a little bit more outward with your feelings, letting somebody know what you want, because you are important too.
Mm.
And yeah, it wasn't a waste of a life, but it was not as joyful and as that it could have been if that you could have maybe married her and had children and stuff. So that's maybe I'm getting don't hold back so much.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. Thanks, Terri. Michelle, I'm going to just let Terri read it today. I'm going to move on because we have a lot of questions. So I'm going to, Maureen D'Amico is wondering if we could hear from her grandmom, Rosemary.
Okay. So, yeah, I got Rosemary on the stage here. She kind of came in, and right away she told me something I know to let me know, Rosemary for remembrance. Rosemary for remembrance.
Uh-huh.
She's not showing me her body, like how she looked or something, but what she is showing me is important. She's showing me that she was tall in I don't know spirit, but she's showing me a tall version of herself. She's showing me a lot of orange light. Like if you could open her cloak, it's all orange light coming from in there. She feels just really good. Like she was really, really a good person. Like just somebody you really want to know, full of love.
Wow.
So Rosemary, do you have a message for Maureen? She knows I'm a gardener. She knows she's showing me something impossible, but she's still showing it to me. She's showing that she's that rosemary that's the long spikes, and she shows me weaving her spikes around Maureen, so like a hug, a
Oh,
big hug.
that's cute. Yeah.
And I know that can't really happen, but it's rosemary grows upright. But she's showing me how much she loves you. I'm actually smelling the smell of rosemary too, which means she's saying to me that she loves the scent of you, that she loves you, that's all about love. There's support for you. She just wants you to know that she is your biggest fan. She's just there watching you, sending you this orange energy, this orange color that she keeps showing me. It seems to represent her energy, and she's just showing me this orange energy. And remember, if we're talking chakra here, that's creativity, that's sexuality, but mostly creativity, artfulness, allowing you to really engage. In fact, I think that's part of this, is she really wants you to keep engaging with life. Just wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. So I have here, whenever you're feeling any kind of conflict or you have conflicting feelings about something, I'm there for you. I understand. And I want you to know that I am by your side. And if you're having issues with, feeling conflicted about something, maybe with the family or whatever, that it's normal and it's okay, but she's with you. I also get, she says, I can be very, very objective up here. It's amazing. I love this because this guy is carrying a block of ice, but it's like a block of ice is scientifically, we could look at it as, this congealing and in other words, she says, I see things from a very different view from up here. She said, and you absolutely shine in my book. So I get the feeling she chose to be somebody that was probably in her 30s or 40s on the other side, because you can choose whatever age you want to be there. And that she's just, you may not even recognize her if you didn't know her when she was at that age, but she says, I'm enjoying it here. And she says, I sense that you've had a call of the muse and you might not have answered it. So, a muse is something that is creative, and it's something that embodies a creativity and a spirit of how do I say this? The muse, it makes you it influences anything creative. Let's put it that way. She says, if you're thinking about doing something creative, either spiritually or in your own world, don't be afraid to try it. There's no such thing as a bad experience that you can have. You can always have a good one. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks, Maureen. All right. So I just want, this is a great question, and I like it because it's for lots of people. Do psychic visions have any revelations that correlate with God? And I would say God is source. So
Yeah.
what it is that you're seeing comes directly from source. That's my answer. What about you?
I would agree with that, I never so much anymore think about God as one huge
Right.
epic being, because
Uh-huh.
God is in all of us, in everything. It's just everywhere is source.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I do believe that psychic visions are from the source. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe your angels, guides, beings of light, Akashic Records masters, and they might be helping you get these visions or helping you receive them. Um, they even may be sending them, but remember, they're put into service by God. So
Yeah.
I do think that this is part of it. I think that the way to always kind of measure these is, are they of light? Are they
Yeah.
true? Are they kind? Are they, if you're ever unsure, but usually that's kind of the thing. They're never gonna, if that they show you something, a psychic vision that's kind of unkind, it's usually as a warning
Warning. Yeah.
to help in that case, to like
Mhm.
try to turn it around, try if try to turn that into something good. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's wonderful. Thank you, Shine, for the question, and welcome to the show. We're happy to have you here. All right. There's one other one here. I don't know if you have to go into the Akashic Records and you haven't opened to that, but I feel like it could be an answer that we could just get from Spirit, which is what needs healing for Sally to help her
Oh,
suspend her
wow.
analytical mind.
Well,
Yeah.
Sally, I don't have my actual prayer here, so I'm just gonna put us in a bubble of divine light
Uh-huh.
and ask Archangel Michael to keep us and keep us safe. And
Yep.
then I'm gonna say a modified key. Um, Thank you to the Akashic Records Masters. Sally would like her Akashic Records access. So with Sally's permission, we're going to go into the Akashic Records. Okay, so we're going to go in. If there's any in my past that I don't see that needs healing to help me suspend my analytical mind. Okay, so I'm greeting my Akashic Records Masters team and asking them to please introduce me to your Akashic Masters team. And I love meeting the teams. They always blow my mind, and your team. So really, the Akashic Records Masters that make up your team, everybody's team, they're really just balls of light energy, but they cloak themselves in things I can understand so I can describe what they do. And in your case, Sally, yours all look like different versions of violets and pansies for some reason. In other words, the leaves are very round and orb-like. They are very light blue, light green. They're not very like purples, not necessarily pansy-like colors. So, okay, so dear Akashic Records Masters of Sally, is there anything that needs healing to help her learn to suspend her analytical mind. Okay, right away. Now, they're always loving and kind, but sometimes they can be a little funny, and yours are a little bit funny, a little bit out there. And right away, they say, "We gave you such a wonderful analytical mind. Why would you want to suspend that?" So,
But
okay,
at the
so
same time,
I know,
yeah.
but I'm like, okay, yeah. So yes, we understand that it's very beneficial to her, but what else? Is there anything that needs to be healed? And so they're kind of taking me into a vision. Okay. Now, I don't exactly know why, but they're really showing me your left foot, your left lower leg and foot. And it feels, I can't tell if I'm seeing a different life or something, but it feels like that you've hurt this foot, you've tripped or something, and it was, you've hurt it. And in this life, it was something you should have known and should have avoided. And you're really hard on yourself here. Really, really hard on yourself. Like, this is all your fault. You should not have been daydreaming. You should not have been lollygagging. They're saying you should have been more aware. But that's you saying that to you, not them. And because of that, you have focused so heavily on being present and being with it, of not daydreaming, of not of refusing to get in with the dreams, kind of. And okay, so dear Akashic Records Masters, is there any way this can be healed? Is there a way that you can heal this? Okay, so they're saying just you knowing this knowledge somehow is going to put some healing in you. You're going to be able to, now that you know kind of what happened, you're able to let go of it a little bit. And this should actually provide some healing where that you can make a balance between your analytical mind and the more fantastical spirit-filled mind.
It is interesting that, a couple of weeks ago, you had intense pain in that foot. No reason in this life. I did break my great toe, surgery on it, just some pain now, but it doesn't stop me. Well, that's interesting, Sally. It's like a reminder again. That's why you're asking the question, don't you think?
Right.
It's like it brought it all up again. Yeah.
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 So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't think there's anything you need to do about this other than, well, they are asking me to remind you a little bit about daydreaming. Go ahead and do a little daydreaming.
That's what I'm getting too. Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, the left foot is the left side's the spiritual side, Sally. The right side is the physical side. So if you're afraid to step into that spiritual side, you have reticence because last time you did in another lifetime, apparently, from what Terri said, or even now that it's coming back to haunt you in a way, you're saying, wait a minute, I don't know if I want to step in again because I didn't like the result. However, they're saying you have to be open to receive and abundance from both sides. So you're being asked not to judge it, but to embody it when you're working from the left side, so to speak. And remember that we all of our efforts need to be in balance. This is why we're here. We don't want to be more analytical than spiritual, or more spiritual up in the air, and then we can never ground ourselves. We have to find that middle way. So I get that. And that's so interesting because I got ancient portal openings, heal the past. So there's the past that Terri was talking about, the
Wow.
Akashic Records masters were talking about. So my feeling is the healing that you're doing right now with the injury or the, the left side, so to speak, is bringing you back because it's reminding you came here to heal that. So let's get on it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
Good reading, Aley.
I know. Well, and yours was too. It was just like with Sally, it's like we all have that reticence. I have a little bit of reticence with my logical mind because I tend to think everything is a sign or everything is a symbol, and it isn't always. It's sometimes it's just a rock, or it's just a sign. But yeah, I love it, and I think that's for everybody. Thank you, Sally. That was a great question. Thank you. All right, so Craig, Juanita, Emmy J, and Rossi. That's who I have next here. So let's get on it. All right. So Benjamin, does Dad? Oh yeah, your mom too, Craig. My mom never let Dad have two words to say. Really.
He's reminding me of that time that I read it when he said, "You sure like the girls."
The girls.
He's just reminding. He's not saying that again. He's just reminding me of what he said. Okay, so Benjamin, do you have a message for Craig? It's just from you and not from Mom. Craig, every time I interact with Benjamin, and it's really only been twice, but he keeps showing me the boundaries of your land, of wherever you're living, whatever you own, whether it's however you own it, because there's many ways to own land. He keeps showing me the boundaries, and that's where he kind of lives. He kind of works. He kind of exists in the boundaries, and so in a lot of ways, I think Benjamin is providing protection for you, kind of psychic and spiritual protection, because he keeps minding the boundaries, and he's just showing me these boundaries of this area.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the area looks like it's like your house, your land, but some of it is your spiritual boundaries or psychic boundaries. He's showing, because it's a very large area. Okay, so Benjamin, what else do you have to tell him? Okay, so now he's showing me the boundaries, and he's showing me roots in those boundaries. Okay, so he's kind of showing me spiritual roots, really putting these roots into this boundary for you. So
Wow.
just know that he's providing protection, he's providing strength for you, he's providing a good solid boundary. Just, it may feel lonely, like, because your mom and Clara talk to you all the time, but he's there too. But it feels like he's there to do the hard work for you.
I get that. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh my God. He's doing the labor.
Right.
And labor is hard work. If you look at it from a man's point of view, it's your work, it's what you do, and how you do it, even if it's metaphoric. But if it's a woman, when we go into labor, that's a lot of work too. But yes, and what I get here is he says he loves that you're being an explorer, and he knows you're traveling around with Clara, and he's watching you see new things and enjoy your world. And he says, you picked a good one this time, Craig. He likes her. So, but this is a riot. Mom is the one that's the sovereign of the family. And that's why I let her talk. But I'm there. Honestly, I'm there. Yeah. And yeah, I agree. So he did tell Craig that the jerk next door wouldn't bother him anymore. So yes, he's providing that kind of work for you, so you won't have to do it and have to deal with it. So, wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Craig. All right. My question is, did I hear a voice from spirit the other night or early morning? Who was it and what was the message?
Oh my gosh, Juanita, if you could tell me that, that would be
You got it
lovely.
too? Really?
I often get woke up by somebody saying, Terri, and from time to time this happens. It happened the other day, and actually it happened in the day. I wasn't even asleep, and yet nobody answer, like I what? Okay, so let me go into Juanita's here.
Oh, yeah, Craig.
Okay. Oh, so when I do this, just so people kind of know how I do this a little bit, I often say a little chant that there's nothing magical about it, but I'm like my heart to Juanita's heart to my heart. And then I try to bring in, like if you ask me mom, then I'll like, my heart to mom's heart. It's kind of like levering them both up on the stage. In this case, what I did is I levered her angels, spirit guides, beings of light. Yeah, I was just calling in her whole team, and then I got stuck. So now I know, because I got stuck, I know who it was. This was a being of light that helped you. Okay, so the being of light is the one that you heard. So now we know who it was. Okay, being of light, can you repeat the message? Okay, so they're giving me a message and something to look at. And so, okay, they're showing me that you are seeing like a little movie. What they're showing me is your spirit kind of looking at a little movie. And what I'm feeling is super hopeful. I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, you are going to start learning more and more spiritual things, or you're really, really going to start interacting with them. At the very least, what this is showing, what they're saying here is they are going to give you extra vision, extra ways of knowing or seeing. Now, yeah. So when I interact with beings of light, I find them very, very magical. You don't know their name. You don't even know what they look like. They're just kind of like a spark of energy. To me, they look like a fluffy blue pom-pom cloud. You know? And I like interacting with them because there's no pressure. There's no pressure to be with them. You don't have to do anything. So I think that's all they're saying is they're going to give you a little bit more downloads to help you see spiritually kind of what's going on a little bit, because that's what I'm getting from the movie. It's like you're seeing a movie in human terms, but then the new vision they're giving you lets you see it in spiritual terms, what's really going on behind it. So that's what I'm getting.
Awesome. So I got 3 words: trust, because you're fertile for new beginnings.
Wow.
And I love that. It's really nothing else to be said. It's like, we're here to help you, but we just want you to trust that the new beginnings are coming your way, and you're fertile and open to receiving those. Probably in this Lionsgate energy is very, very strong. So trust in yourself. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Thanks to everybody that's been, So I have Emmy J. I have Rossi. Denise Fletcher, are you here? Dora Romero, are you here? Or Peace Mama, let me know, please.
Okay.
All right, Mary Ellen. Oh, good. Oh, that's good to hear, Sonia. Much love, my dear. Okay, Peace Mama. Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Okay,
It's a very short message, but they're just showing me that especially during this summertime, you should just be enjoying it. And they're showing me a 1950s glass. You know those glasses? My grandmother had them where they're frosted in different areas, and you see different like copper or silver little etchings in it.
Yes.
And it looks cold all the time because of the frosting. And that you have a big straw in it, and you're just sitting back and drinking this drink and enjoying life. So that's what I'm getting. I think they want you to just enjoy right now. Have a little space to enjoy, well, that it's summer and nice, and just know that they're always with you. They're always with you.
Wow.
We don't have to keep striving all the time to be with them. They're always with us.
They're always with us. That's right. And I have here that they're protecting you, but they want you to make sure that you put up your boundaries and keep your boundaries. And it's not to keep anybody away. It's to protect yourself. So don't look at it as having boundaries as being a negative thing, because it's not negative. It's knowing that you are valuable and what it is you need to do is valuable. So that's important. They said big changes are coming in your life. I don't, and a lot of people are afraid of, not afraid, but there's resistance to change. But I think it's going to be good change, even though it may not look it immediately. They want you to have courage that it's all going to work out for itself. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is to let go and know that eventually everything is going to be just fine. So thanks, Emmy J. Thank you very much. All right. So we have Rossi, and we have, it's a little bit over an hour. Can you stay for just another?
I can stay for a little bit.
Sounds fine. So Rossi, Denise Fletcher, if you're here, let me know. Peace Mama, Dora will read you. All right. Thank you. Oh, good. I see you're here, Denise. Thank you.
Spiritual team, do you have a message for Rossi? So I hope you're a Harry Potter fan, because they're showing me something out of Harry Potter. Whether, I know she kind of screwed up a little bit, A.J. Rowling, but if you ever watched it, and there's some delightful things about it all. And what they're showing me is that they're kind of showing me a nighttime sky with a little bit of a sunset at the bottom, but mostly a nighttime sky. And they're showing me a Patronus. So back in Harry Potter's thing, each person had a protector that was a Patronus, and it looked like a starry being, and it could be like, usually they were like animals or something. And every time I tap into your spirit, for some reason, I see a black cat. And this black cat appeared on the stage, but then it suddenly became bigger, lighter, and it became Patronus, and it looked much more like an elk. And I think what they're really saying is that they're always with you, and that you can interact with them. Just seeing this makes me feel like there's a little bit of magic around you.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
She's very
whatever
magical.
that means to you.
Yeah.
But I like it because even though I haven't read a Harry Potter book in a long time, the Patronus is something that attracts me. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Rossi, you'll laugh. Rossi's in the class that Val and I are doing on mediumship, and she's fabulous. I mean, she's tapped in. She's very tapped in.
Mm-hmm.
So after the class yesterday, I started thinking Rossi needs to come on with me and do some readings. So Rossi, it's up to you, of course, but if you're ready, it says go with the flow, which you do. Ground yourself, but look at the beauty of grounding here. It's got all, and that's that chakra meditation in the Merkaba, and we've got angels flying around you, and you're holding on to Metatron and the Merkaba. And then I want you to know what an inspiration you are, Rossi. You carry yourself, and you've lit up not only your heart and your crown, but your hands. You have the magic, and this is just the beginning for you, Rossi. So yeah, much love, and let me know if you want to come on, because the door is open and I'd love to have you.
Yeah, I think I was in the Akashic Record class with Rossi.
She's been in every one of Val's classes. She's fabulous.
I remember she was really good. So
yeah. Yes, absolutely. How thank you, Charlie. I did. I took some time off and it was marvelous. It really was. It was wonderful. Despite the Friday I had with all the knocking and sawing and all that stuff. But yeah, it was great. All right. Denise says, does Galek Rupash have a message for her?
Interesting imagery that Galek is putting on my stage. So Galek put on the stage.
Okay. It's a Rinpoche, Rimpoche. So I guess it's a Buddhist monk, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. It still doesn't change what he's putting on my stage
That's
here.
okay.
But he's putting on my stage a jewelry box. But this jewelry box is more like an enamel thing. There's a ton of jade green in it with a little bit of silver. Okay. So could you please show me more? And it looks really magical. There's a lot of silver energies running all around it. Okay. Tell me more. What is your message for Denise? Oh, how interesting. So he says that you are the treasure. You are the jewelry, the treasure, the finery in this box. That the energy I see flowing around this box on the outside is the energy he's sending towards you. But as it cracks open a little bit, the energy coming out is the energy you're sending out.
Ah, yes.
Okay. So he invites you to let your energies blend a little bit more.
Wow.
And let me just take a little bit more look at this. Oh, and he tells me to tell you all the things. So that's a code. They all tell me when they have more that they want to tell this in my library, they don't bother taking me on this long trip. They just give me. So I went to a Buddhist temple in Japan, and there's all these niches full of these golden Buddha statues of all the people that were trying to become a Buddha. And they told me was, we tried too hard. It was too much. And nowadays, with the veil so thin, we don't have to work so hard at
You
this.
don't have to work as hard.
So
Mm,
he's tell you that don't don't work too hard at this. Let this natural energy flow out of
yeah.
you and
Wow.
his natural energy flow into you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So she says she used to clean his house for 2 years. What a wonderful person to be in touch with that
Oh
close. That's
my.
awesome. Yeah, so he said, the ladybug is there, and he's almost saying to you, thank you, ladybug, for doing for asking about me. I'm just guessing, that's what that is, because ladybugs bring really good messages. But wait till you see this one. If you can see it, there's a Buddha there. Can you see
Oh,
that? There's a
yes.
Buddha, and it says a deep breath. And it's a 7, which is a spiritual card. So he's saying, you have the Buddha nature. We all carry the Buddha nature. Every one of us does. Because Buddhism is not a religion. It's a philosophy and a way of life. We
Right.
all carry the Buddha energy. We carry the Christ energy as well. But anyway, because he's Buddhist and this came up, I was like, wow. And then he said, you have been working on healing your heart, and you are doing a wonderful job of it. And may you continue to do so. And may you call on me anytime that you need me to be there with you, because that's what I do, even on the other side. So, what a beautiful message for you. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, dear. Yeah. All right. Peace, Mama. Any guidance on what I should be manifesting my life at this time for my guides to touch lives? Peace, Mama, because you were in foster care, according to what you've told me in the past, because we connected with a foster mother of yours, I would love to see you working with foster children. And I don't mean you have to adopt them or anything, but I want you to show the success story that you are. That's what I just want to say as a personal aside.
So a lot of what I'm seeing is going to be up to your interpretation. But right away, as I kind of tuned in to your spirit, and in this case, I kind of tapped into your spiritual team, the whole spiritual team, but with the theme of manifestation. And as I did that, they put a statue of Mother Mary up, but not it's not like I'm looking at Mother Mary. It's like I'm looking at a stone carving of her. It's like at a grotto or something. And I'm seeing this big statue, and I'm like, what is it that what should she manifest? What's the best way? And I feel like this statue is at Lourdes or something. I've never seen it, and I've never been to Lourdes, but I have a feeling that they want you to manifest the gifts of healing. I have a feeling that you have gifts of healing and that they need to be developed now.
Yep.
And, healing, it doesn't always mean physical healing, laying hands on somebody and physically healing them. Sometimes it's just sharing your story of where you're at, where you came from, that puts healing into other people's life. So whatever it is, it has something to do with healing.
Yeah, that's what I sense. I just sense if she was to say to young children that were going through the system, I too had this, and I learned this and I gained that. I think that's another part of healing, by speaking your truth and your authentic. And I go with the flow. They want you to definitely, and we all have to release. So it's hard for us to do that sometimes. But if you go with the flow, you're going to manifest the answer that works for you, either in a dream or in a vision or in some kind of synchronistic way. They want you to make sure you persevere rather, and know that it will appear at right time. They want you to trust that it will appear at right time, exactly how you're going to do this. Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right, so we have Dora Romero and any message. And this is, I have not seen Dora before, so if you're here for the first time, thank you for sticking around. I know that we appreciate you being here. And then after this, we'll give a collective goodbye message.
Okay. So Dora, they're showing me this interesting. They're showing me that there's been messiness in your life, like all of our lives, okay? But that there's messiness going on. You feel like you have to fix, and all of that you're always involved in. And they're showing that they want you to take a little time, maybe do more meditation. So they want you to rise above it and see what's really happening. Because it's okay. They're saying we did not create you to be a fireman, to be putting out emergencies here, like put out this fire, put out that fire, put out this. That is not why you were created. You weren't created just to put out fires all the time. We want you to take a little time to just help grow you. So what that means, they're saying, is sometimes you're going to have to say no to people. Sometimes you're going to have to say, oh my, that's terrible. What are you going to do about it? And put it back on them. Because they're saying anytime you save somebody, you take away their lesson. That's their life with the Creator. They have a lesson to learn. If you solve it for them, they've learned nothing. And the lesson comes back harder because they still have to learn the lesson. So they're telling you this so that you can let go of some of these things that you have to fix. Sometimes you need to put it back on the other person and say, oh, I would love to support you. I will support you, but tell me what you want to do about this. Put it back on them. And you look up, start looking for what extra,
That's awesome.
What else this means.
That's awesome. So Dora, I'm getting that your heart can be healed if you've had any kind of loss or you've had any kind of grief that you're dealing with. And it is higher heart activation. Drop your shields and let your heart be healed. You can ask for Archangel Raphael to come in and help you heal anything that has burdened you or felt hard on your heart. And that might be what Terri was, her guides were saying, is that, you're not here to heal everybody else. We have to heal ourselves first before we can help other people. We have to have some energy to do that. And they want you to know this will bring you more confidence in yourself, in what you're doing in the spiritual world and in your real life. And this, in turn, brings you the peace that you seek. So honestly, beautiful messages here for you, Dora. And they say you have it within your own power to ask for the help and to do the healing on your own and feel the lightness, so to speak. So
yes,
that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, Dora. I appreciate you. All right, so let's do a collective read for everybody for the week ahead. And Terri, thank you so very much for being here with me today. Everybody has really enjoyed your readings.
Wow. Okay. Well, before I come onto your show, I often pull a few cards.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't know if the cards are for me or what. So I'm actually going to use a card this time because they gave me a
That's fine.
really interesting card.
Okay.
So for everybody, so I am pulling out of the Priestess of Light deck. It's a very strong oracle deck.
Yeah.
It really is
Mhm.
deep. And I am pulling one of my absolute favorite cards. It just showed up. I'm not good at holding up the cards like you are.
No. Looks
It's
lovely. Oh, precognition.
precognition. So
Wow.
psychic ability and future vision. And I
Yeah.
want to point out something about this card. Do you see that her headdress has a hawk right there? And it's on her the headdress is kind of down. It's on her third eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, whenever they grant me the ability to see the future, which is incredibly rare, very, very rare, what I see my third eye and I see a hawk coming out
Oh,
of it.
wow.
And
Oh,
I
wow.
follow the hawk with my eyes, and it always then turns and goes to the right. For me, the right means future.
Yep.
And so basically, they're just saying that this kind of energy is available to everybody.
It is.
Now, that
Yes.
doesn't mean you can predict the future perfectly because it's not written yet, but they're just
Mhm.
saying have a little bit more faith in your own abilities.
Wow, that's beautiful, Terry. Thank you. So this is interesting. I get the Stargate heart with the beautiful Merkaba there, and it says here heart chakra opening, which I just told Dora about. But everybody can. They want to use. Everybody can open up their heart. Everybody has gifts. Everybody needs to really trust that because
Yeah.
it's the truth. And it says we can unlock it, and we can also at the same time be of generous heart for and I see that in the chat every single day, the generous heart of those here.
Yeah.
More chills, Lori. You're supercharged. Mother Mary, I feel like this is Mother Mary, and look at her. She's in the big picture, then she's in the middle, and then she's looking at a reflection. And what does that mean? Self-love, know your worth. By the very virtue of the fact that you can just tell somebody that, hi, how are you? Have a beautiful day, that you are loved, that we all have the power, so to speak, and we just need to activate it. And finally, this will bring us some closure. This person is walking, but they're walking towards us, not away from us. So you're walking towards that solution. You're closing out, let's say, we have to live in the 3D, but that 3D mind, we're closing out that ascension and we're bringing closure to the wounds our hearts have felt for so long. So,
Yeah.
wow.
Lori Hunsinger has a question. What kind of bird was on that card that you pulled?
Oh, which one was it, Lori? I'm sorry. Wasn't the closure card. Stargate Heart.
Were you thinking of my card with the hawk?
Was it that one? Yeah, I think that's the one you're wanting to know because there's no bird on this one.
No, if you have that deck, this is number 13.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Hi, Carolyn and Peter. Much love. Well, okay. What a day. I'm all energized. Oh, on the Stargate card. All right. Oh, it's not a bird, Lori. It's
a Merkaba.
The Merkaba. Yeah.
Yeah.
No birds. Beautiful.
Well, Aley, I would like to let everybody know that tomorrow, Monday at 1:30 Pacific time, I'm going to be on with my good friends, Sun Psychic Jean and Wisdom Seeker Joan at 1:30.
Excellent.
If anyone didn't get their question answered, you got more questions, come on over and ask
Oh,
them.
absolutely. And those three are amazing. So yes, please know that they are there for you and can answer any questions. I love all three of them. They're all wonderful ladies. Thanks, Terri. Much love. Enjoy your
you.
day. Enjoy your
You
day.
too.
Bye, everyone. Have a
Bye, everybody.
beautiful day. Yeah. Bye-bye.